everybody, just wanted to throw something out there. You know, sometimes at night, you're sitting in bed, you might be reading things on the internet, articles, news reports, whatever, and you come across something that just kind of jumps out at you and sticks in your mind, and you're just like, what the hell was that? Well, one of them happened to be an interview with Jim Cameron. And most of the interview was meaningless to me, except for when it came to one single point. And I quote, the interviewer asked, so you've also had recently the 4K transfers of Aliens and True Lies that came out. It did get blowback in the fan community, some feeling that the image quality wasn't as high as they wanted it to be. You obviously have a very high standard, so I'm wondering, what was your thoughts? And it was the answer that Jim Cameron gave that kind of blew my mind. And I quote, when people start reviewing your grain structure, they need to move out of mom's basement and meet somebody, right? I'm serious. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I've got a great team that does the transfers. I do all the color and density work. I look at every shot, every frame. And then the final transfer is done by a guy who has been with me for years. All the Avatar films are done that way. Everything is done that way. Get a life, people. Seriously. I can't understand why somebody would say something like that to the very fan structure that has given them the life that they enjoy, the careers that they have had success with. I don't understand why you would attack your own fan base, which is something that is just kind of like rampant in Hollywood recently. How out of touch do you have to be with the people that support you that you'll just launch into an attack like that? I can't even put it into words. Let me explain something, Jim. The people that are complaining about something like that are people that love your films, that those films are such an integral part of their lives, with such deep meaning and memories and fondness, that when they see something altered or switched or changed, it catches their attention. And yes, we know so many of these directors do this. They'll go back, they'll change the color palette a little, they'll do this, they'll do that. Fine, whatever, knock yourselves out. But when your fans question it, or say to yourself, oh, you know, you cleaned it up so much it looks like a video game, it doesn't even look like real people anymore. It's just them voicing an opinion. Opinions that they are entitled to have without being attacked. What Jim Cameron should have said is he should have said, hey, you know, it's the version I wanted to put out. It's the way I wanted people to see it. But you'll always have the originals if you prefer that too. I thank you for your support. I'm glad that you're still interested, and I hope that you continue to be. Instead, he says that they're living in their mom's basements and attacks them for it. And they critiques their criticisms and basically starts slandering their personal lives because of it. Where does somebody get that kind of mentality? Listen. We all know Jim Cameron has had a reputation over the years, okay? Everybody who's worked with him has had stories, obviously. We all know the things that have been said or the stories that have been relayed about his behavior with his crew or his actors or whatever. And that's one thing. Shitty as it might be, that's one thing. But when you take it out on your community, your fan community, and by the way, it's those fans, those deep fans that are going out there to buy the 4K restorations or whatever the hell you want to call them, of these films. It's not the passerbys. It's not the casual people. You know, the ones that they'll hit up your film the first week out. They'll make it #1 for a week or two, and then they just drift off into the next thing. The people that are buying the Aliens Blu-ray, DVD, 4K, VHS, transfer, models, figurines, wall art, whatever it is, those are diehard fans. Those are people that are sticking with something that you did, you made. They're sitting there still to this day putting more money in your pocket. So if something you do just tweaks them a little bit, that just makes them question what you do. You don't shit on them. You just say, hey, you have an opinion, I have an opinion. You have yours, I'll have mine. We can both have what we want in the end. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just gotta handle it like an adult. I've been in bands for years. We've released CDs. If I want to tweak one later on, because I think, hey, the technology's a little better, the bass might sound a little bit better on the CD, and somebody comes up to me and says, hey, that sounds great, but man, I really love the raw stuff that the way it originally was. I'm not going to say, you idiot, you ass, get out of my face, you scum. No! I'm going to say, well, you can listen to that. This is just something I wanted to do, but I thank you so much for the support. Let's move on from this. No! You attacked the fan base. I don't understand why people do this. It has to be a level of detachment, and it has to be a level of insensitivity or just entitlement that just leads people to act like that. And listen, I'm not attacking him because I don't like his work. I love the first two Terminators. I love Aliens. Titanic was great. Shit, I even liked The Abyss, for Christ's sakes. Really liked his early work, all the way up until like after 2000, let's face it. I mean, he got a bit whatever with the Avatar stuff, and he lent his name to some stuff that didn't turn out to be that great. But he had a block in there of work that I just think is phenomenal. On a side note of that, I also love everything that sails, floats, and sinks. And this has been long since before he was ever on the scene. I'd have all the books by Bob Ballard about the Titanic and all these other things he went down on. I've always loved stuff like that. And when he got into that kind of stuff, I'm like, wow, this is great. He's giving us more product on that stuff. He's giving us all this new footage on that stuff. So I was a fan. But, dude, you don't need to go like that on the people that put the bread in your wallet. It's stupid. It's damn right ignorant, to be brutally honest. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to vent out about. When you have people that love something that you've done, give them a little respect. There's no need to go that hard on them. No need to throw the insults. Be a human being and be an adult. All right, everybody, take care. Catch you later. Everybody have a good one. Peace.